soccer fans, we are live here at Hallway Field, where it is your USL2 matchup between the AFC Ann Arbor Mighty Oaks and the top of the table Flint City Bucks, as the Flint City Bucks are actually number 3 in the power rankings in the entire United States. In all of USL2, the Flint City Bucks are 2-0. So you can see on this division standings, Flint City Bucks are right up at the top. They played 6 matches, 6 wins, no losses, no draws, 18 points and a 3.0 points per match. Oakland County is in the number 2 spot. They have played 8 matches. They have 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. They have 19 points and 2.3 points per match. Kalamazoo checks in at number 3. They have played 7 matches. They have 4 wins, 3 losses, no draws, 12 points, and 1.7 points per match. Midwest United has played 8 matches. They have 4 wins, 4 losses, no draws. They have 12 points and 1.5 points per match. Macomb is in the number 5 spot. They have Macomb, Union FC Macomb. They have played 8 games, 2 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 7 points and .88 points per match. AFC Ann Arbor checks in at the number 6 spot. They have played 7 matches. They have 2 wins, 5 losses, no draws, 6 points and .86 points per match, just behind Macomb. Lansing City is at the number 7 spot. They have played 8 games, won 1, lost 7. They have 3 points and a .38 points per match. If we want to take a look at the upcoming schedule for AFC Ann Arbor for the USL2 team, there is only 4 games left. That is going to be the 27th. It's an away game at Lansing City. That's going to be a 7 p.m. game coming up on Saturday. That's before the women's game, which will be 3 o'clock on Sunday. Coming up. That's their final game of the season. July 3rd, it will be a home game for this men's squad. They'll be taking on the number 2 team in the table. That is going to be Oakland County at 7 p.m. on Friday, July 3rd. So spend that with us right before you celebrate Independence Day. July 7th, AFC Ann Arbor will be on the road. The men will be on the road Tuesday at UFC Macomb. That will be a 7 p.m. game. And then the final regular season home game of the season will be July 11th. That will be a Saturday as Kalamazoo FC will come into town. That will be a 7 p.m. game. We do have the starting 11 that we can talk about coming up here. Taking a look at the starting 11 for Ann Arbor. It is going to be number 4, Ahmad Amina. Number 6, Consoloni. Number 8, Zatuni. Number 12, Halan. Number 14, Rabaravoni. Number 17, Nozil. Number 18, Kim. Number 19, Aban. Number 21, Kevins. Number 22, Ador. And number 99, Moeller. On the other side for Flint City, it is going to be number 5, Jones. Number 8, Kadual. Number 12, Herojovic. It's going to be number 15, Smith. Number 18, Carnival. Number 20, Albritton. Number 21, Foster. Number 23, Roman. Number 27, Hahn. Number 28, Moeller Jensen. He had 2 goals when these 2 teams last played. Very dangerous. He has 4 goals on the season. And number 31, McConville, are going to be your starting 11 out there. So we can close that. And if you just want to bring up the main game graphic and just leave it there until we start to head in, up and over to the right. There you go. Awesome. Well done. So 2-5-0 AFC Ann Arbor versus 6-0-0 the Flint City Bucks. Taking a look at how things have happened so far. Flint City Bucks, their top scorers. It is with 4 goals, Ayala. With 4 goals, Albritton. So he's going to be dangerous. Richie Ludwig has 5 goals, 4 under Richard Ludwig and 1 under Richie. So I'm assuming it's the same person. And then 4 for Moeller Jensen. It's a single goal for Spadafora, a single goal for Roman, and a single goal for Ramos. The assists are an assist to Endicott, an assist to Kadua, 2 assists to Ayala, assist to Smith, 2 assists to Roman, an assist to Ludwig, and 3 assists to Moeller Jensen. So he has 4 goals and 3 assists. Taking a look at the schedule here as I pull that up. For Flint City, they started off with a win versus Lansing City. That was a 2-1 win. Then they visited Union FC Macomb. They won that one. That went back on May 23rd. They won that one 3-2. They then hosted Kalamazoo FC on May 30th. That was a 7-0 win by Flint. On the 6th, they hosted Midwest United and won that one 2-1. They hosted the AFC and Arbor team on the 10th of this month. It was a 4-1 win by Flint City, and we had a 10-minute a weather delay at the 80th minute that was like 45 minutes long. We're going to really hope that we don't have anything like that today. And then they played Oakland County at Oakland County. There was a battle of the unbeatens back on the 13th, and that was a 2-1 win by Oakland, by Flint City. So they are 6-0. Taking a look at the main scores for AFC and Arbor, Aban has 3 goals. Halan has 2 goals. It's a goal for Zituni, a goal for Lama, and a goal for Yesian. The assists are 2 assists for Zituni. Ma has an assist. Consoloni has an assist out there. Taking a look at the schedule thus far for Ann Arbor, they started off back on the 20th. That was a Wednesday of May, where they battled Midwest United at Midwest United and lost that one 3-0. It was Midwest United scoring. In the 3rd, it was Forsyth with a goal. In the 9th, it was Perez Cornuda, and in the 27th, Zavala. On the 23rd, it was Ann Arbor hosting Lansing, and AFC Ann Arbor won that one 2-1. It was a goal in the 49th minute by Della Vibora for Lansing City, and then Ann Arbor scored in the 70th minute with Lama and the 90th minute with Aban. On the 29th of May, it was AFC Ann Arbor hosting Union FC Macomb. That was a Friday. It was a 2-1 win for Ann Arbor. It was in the 53rd minute, Matt Eunice scored for Macomb, and then on the 67th minute was Zituni for Ann Arbor, and then the 82nd minute it was Aban with his 2nd goal of the season. On the 31st of May, it was Oakland County hosting AFC Ann Arbor. That was a 4-1 loss. As in the 3rd minute, it was Alan who scored for Ann Arbor. Then in the 40th minute, it was Larson scoring. The 50th minute, it was Direction. The 53rd minute, it was Corella. And on the 85th minute, it was Stanovich. On the 10th of June, it was AFC Ann Arbor at the Flint City Bucks. That was the 4-1 win by Flint City. As in the 27th minute and the 69th minute, Moeller Jensen had goals. Ludwig had goals in the 81st minute. Then Yesian scored for Ann Arbor in the 85th minute, that right after the restart. And then Ludwig scored in the 87th minute. In the 13th of June, AFC Ann Arbor lost 2-0 to Midwest United. Midwest United scores were in the 52nd minute, Zavala, and in the 60th minute, Stout. And then the last game on the 20th, AFC Ann Arbor visited Kalamazoo FC. That was a 4-2 win by Kalamazoo, as Beatrix had goals in the 10th and 39th minute. In the 14th minute, Aban had to score for Ann Arbor. The 35th minute, it was Halan for Ann Arbor. And at that point, it was 2-1 Ann Arbor with the lead. But when Beatrix scored his 2nd in the 39th minute, it was 2-2. And then Oliviera scored in the 36th minute. And in the 48th minute, it was Aloha who scored, and that was the 4-2 win out there. We want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors of AFC Ann Arbor. That includes the title sponsor, Bank of Ann Arbor, who has been helping this team from the beginning. In 2019, they helped the team start the women's team and have equitable compensation between the two. We also want to thank A20 Destination Ann Arbor, Grizzly Peak, Wickfield Properties, who hosts the visiting players of AFC Ann Arbor, Fly Through, who do really great drone shots out there, High Velocity Training, which is the official training sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor, Golden Limousine, the official travel sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor, who has bussed this team all around the state of Michigan for road games. It was the ride. Is one of the sponsors, Manu Incorporated. Blue Llama, who today is the soft sounds of jazz in the stadium, brought to you by Blue Llama. Sick Transit Cycles. Play It Again Sports. Big Blue Swim School. Hello Foz Pizza, chicken seafood, Muth Law, and BTB Burritos. Community partners are the Ann Arbor District Library, Zingerman's, Slows Barbecue, Santoi's Sub Shop. They are here today with their fantastic food. Ann Arbor Sports Commission, York Food and Drink, Washtenaw Dairy, Connor O'Neill's, who supports the corner kicks for AFC Ann Arbor, the Connor Corner Kicks, the Bicycle Alliance of Washtenaw, the Walk Bike Washtenaw, the Huron Waterloo Paths Initiative, or BTB Trail, My Future Fund, the A2 Roller Derby. Really kind of go check one of their games out. The Ipsy Starlings Rugby Club, She Plays Soccer Camp, and then youth groups who the team works with include Ann Arbor Rec and Ed, Saline FC, Liverpool Academy, Foundation FC, Jaguars of Ann Arbor, and Fortis Academy. As there is some sort of nice, wonderful soccer camp going on in the main street field just across the way. There's a bunch of the football players for Pioneer Football are out having their summer camp behind us. There's a bunch of track people. And the JC's Carnival is getting set up. That JC's Carnival in the Pioneer parking lot will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if you want to come on down and ride the carnival rides and things like that. It's been many years since I've gone down and been there, but certainly that's something going on. So lots of things happening here. We are very, very hopeful that the weather will stay as nice as possible. It is cloudy. We are due for some showers as we come out. So taking a look at that, it does say that light rain is expected to stop in 57 minutes. So we hope that we won't have any lightning or stoppages as we did when we last played the Flint City Bucks out there. And Doug, our amazing public address announcer, was just talking about a couple scores earlier from the World Cup that have happened. Let's see. It was Switzerland beating Canada. So our friendly neighbors to the north falling on that one. So they still have 4 points, I believe. We'll see if they make it through to the knockout round. Bosnia Herzegovina beat Qatar 3-1. And then two games going on right now. Brazil has a 2-0 lead at halftime. And Haiti and Morocco all knotted up at 2 apiece, all level at halftime. As we are getting ready for the walkout, we'll turn things over quickly here as they're walking out. We'll turn it over, and you can hear the walkout sounds and our public address announcer coming up here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, your starting lineup for tonight. First, the visitors from your Flint City Bucks. Number 5, Ellis Jones. Number 8, Bingo Kodua. Number 12, Marky Rojevic. Number 15, William Smith. Number 18, Wes Carnival. Number 20, Sean Albritton. Number 21, Jake Foster. Number 23, Jack Roman. Number 27, June Hahn. Number 28, Oliver Moeller Jensen. In goal, number 31, Gavin McConville. And the head coach is Paul Doro. And now, your home Mighty Oaks from AFC Ann Arbor. From Middlesbrough, England, number 4, Ezra Amadi Amina. Number 6, from Lecco, Italy, Leonardo Consolone. From Saint-Étienne, France, number 8, Riyad Zitouni. From Saint-Denis, France, number 12, Johan Elan. The French triple header from Auxerre, France, number 14, Sandro Rabarivoni. From Canton, Michigan, number 17, Josiah Nozil. From Seoul, South Korea, number 18, William Kim. From Agona Swedru, Ghana, number 19, Prince Aban. From Holland, Ohio, which sounds more exotic than it is, number 21, Hunter Keevan. From Hikpo, Ghana, number 22, Abel Ador. In goal, number 99, from Dexter, Michigan, Reese Muller. And the head coach is Rod Aslani. Our referees today, in alphabetical order, Kyle Benowitz, Audra Fullen, Brett Guest, and Adam Sipakowski.
Yes, that's our fantastic public address announcer, Doug, taking us through the starting lineups, and we are very, very grateful. As the teams get little fist bumps here, they'll get the picture of the starting 11, and then we will get things underway as AFC Ann Arbor trying to get a big upset over the third-ranked team in the power rankings in the entirety of USL2. The Flint City Bucks do not have a loss, but AFC Ann Arbor is going to do what they can to change that today. Flint's going to try and keep on cruising as they would like to make sure they hold on to that first place and cruise right into the playoffs. They'd like to get another star up on their logo. As Flint City is in their red kits, they have the numbers in white on the back. They have the red shorts, they have yellow trim on them, and the red socks. Their keeper is in the yellow kit. AFC Ann Arbor is in their navy kits with the light blue stripe on the left-hand side, numbers in light blue on the back. Obviously, the title sponsor, Bank of Ann Arbor, on the front. They have their navy shorts and their navy socks. So both squads huddled up. They'll make last-minute tweaks. We are about to get underway here at Hallway Field. Despite the inclement weather, there's a good crowd here. Hardy soccer fans all over the place here in southeastern Michigan. So we appreciate all the folks coming out cheering for either one of these teams. Good Flint contingent has come out this way, as they do tend to travel pretty well. The Main Street Hooligans set up there. So they don't have all their scarves laid out due to the weather, but they are set up and ready to try and help this crowd as Aban gets set. Interesting enough, again, this first time Kim from South Korea, first time we've had a player from South Korea, at least according to my notes. And then we have not had a player from Ghana, and now we have 3 on the team. So it's kind of cool to see the folks come from all over the place here. As we are about to get underway. As Aban sends it back. Now Ador moves it all the way back and along the near wing. Amina moves it all the way across. That ball sent ahead by Consoloni down the far touchline. And it's launched all the way back into the attacking third. Headed up by Flint. Popped up there and sent ahead by Kodua. Out the far touchline. Throw in for Flint. That throw-in comes down the far touchline over midfield. Tipped and held in back there by Albritton. One of the players with 2 of the players starting today who have 4 goals. Both Albritton and Moeller Jensen with 4 goals. For Flint City thus far, that out the far touchline. Ludwig, who has 5 goals, he is a reserve for today's game. There's a throw-in on the far touchline for Flint. That ball back, battling it on that far touchline. Foster trying to pull it away for the Bucks. And down the far touchline, here comes Ann Arbor racing over midfield. That ball sent all the way across, launched into the attacking third, all the way down onto the far wing, stopping, trying to fire it across over there. So that ball went and sailed a little bit back there as Halan taking that opportunity. It's going to be a goal kick. McConville gets set up on the 6 to send this away. Lifted high down the pitch. That headed by Ahmad Amina. Down is Halan trying to move it back over. That ball out the far touchline. Keevan's back over there trying to get to it. That'll be a throw-in by Flint City as Foster with that. That ball sent back down the far wing. Aban heads it up. Aban turning, but that sent high down the pitch by Flint. Had it up, now brought over, trying to bring it around is Rabarvone. Down onto this near wing. It's Aban. Turns on it, tipped by Ador, that grabbed right in midfield, sent back the other direction as Albritton. Sends it down the far touchline, grabbed there by Flint, right over midfield. Trying to work his way across, that fired all the way across there by Roman. Now tipped over, chipped on the edge of the 18 there, Moeller Jensen with it. Again, he was a very dangerous versus Ann Arbor when they played up at Flint. Smith has it in the back. Now over midfield, bringing it ahead is Jones down that far touchline. Sent into the attacking third by Flint. Sent up the far touchline. Keevans trying to go ahead. Keevans ends up down on the pitch. And it's going to be a throw-in by Foster. And all the way back to the defensive pairing. Sent across over to Smith. Smith right in the center of the pitch. He'll arc it down onto the far touchline. That brought ahead. Bringing it ahead is Foster. Foster down that far touchline. Foster into the attacking third. Foster trying to move it ahead. That brought down by Han. Han into the far corner. And that is going to be out the far touchline. And that will be, it's going to be a throw-in for Ann Arbor. Let's try to see if it was going to be a throw-in or offside. It is a throw-in. As we are in the 5th minute here, scoreless so far at Hallway Field on a bit of a wispy, rainy evening. We hope that that won't affect things much as a battle over on that far touchline right in front of the Ann Arbor bench. That goes out as we have a really young ball kid over there helping out. We always appreciate the soccer youth helping out, corralling all the balls as they end up everywhere. Popped up high, and that is going to be a foul as going down to the pitch is Albritton. As that is going to be a foul and a very dangerous location for Flint City, as they are well inside the attacking third for this free kick. Set up there is Carnival. Well, they have about 4 people on top of the ball now. I think Moeller Jensen steps back onto the far side to take this. So Moeller Jensen on the far side. On the near side is Hahn. Moeller Jensen gets set up. It looks like he's going to take this, but you never know if Hahn might take it. Ann Arbor with a 4-person wall. Big set piece opportunity here for Flint and a big defensive opportunity for your Mighty Oak. So the official gets everybody where he wants them, and there's the whistle, and that just a little wide to the near side of the woodwork. That will be a goal kick for Reese Moeller. So again, we're in the 6th minute here at Hallway Field, 0-0 between these two teams. Top of the table, Flint City Bucks versus Ann Arbor, who's in the 6th spot. Love to see if they can get a big win here, play spoiler for Flint, and try and make some nice fun things happen in the last 5 games, including today, of the season. Moeller lifts it high up, arcing towards midfield. Battle for it there as Arbor gets a piece of it. Trying to work his way around Isabon. That's stolen away. Coming up the other direction is Roman. Roman puts it onto the far touchline. As that's sent back right to midfield. Bringing it ahead is Kadua. Kadua across onto the near touchline. Here comes Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen cuts up towards midfield. Sends that across. Tipped back by Ann Arbor. Fed ahead. Tipped by Halan, but now grabbed as that's sent all the way back into the 18. As McConville moves it over to Smith on the near wing. Smith up the near side of the pitch. Gets it over to Hrojovic. And that'll go up and into the stands. Good job by a mother there knocking that away from her child. Gotta keep your eyes on the pitch because you might get a ball into the stands at any moment in time. And brought ahead by Ahmad Amina. Ahmad Amina gets it. Ahmad Amina gets it over onto the far wing. Stopped there by Kim. Chip back over. That ball sent to Arbor. Arbor right at midfield. Arbor lifting it down onto the near wing is Rabaravani trying to get to it, and that grabbed by McConville in the 18. Here in the 8th minute, McConville will get it set down. We'll send everyone up the pitch. McConville gets some distance on that, almost gets it into the attacking third. As that ball sent back, tipped back over there by Zatuni. That's going to be a foul. Ann Arbor with the free kick, as Keevens will take that. Just shy of midfield. Or no, sorry, that's Consoloni. It's going to take that shy midfield over onto the far wing. Waiting for everyone to get set. Raises both hands, Consoloni. Puts his right foot into it, arcs it. That's coming into the 18. Headed by Arbor and in. And it's a goal for AFC Ann Arbor. As Arbor got it, jumped up and had position, put the header in. And Ann Arbor has the lead on the top of the table. Flint City Bucks here in the 9th minute. As an Ann Arbor goal by Arbor. Big goal on a set piece there. So we get the replay here. So you can see that sky high. Arbor comes up, tips it on the head beautifully, puts it in. Great replay by our interim director, Christina Wiseman. Mike Butler wanted to play some golf in this rain, so we wish him well. I do want to dedicate this broadcast to a longtime friend who just lost his life to cancer, Rich Baker IV. And to everyone who's battling that terrible disease and has had loved ones taken away, my heart goes out to you. It's never fun to see someone, especially someone as amazing as Rich, go too early. That ball launched all the way down by Jones. I'm going to try and make myself break here. That's sent over. Moeller gets it. Great job grabbing it right on the edge there. Moeller will come back out onto the edge of the 18. Gets it over to Amadi Amina gets it back, trying to bring it ahead, stops there, lets the Flint player go right on by as Albritton had some speed there, just couldn't stop on a dime. Back to Moeller in the 18, Moeller looks to the far side, now he'll send a line drive kick over onto the far touchline, popped up high there. I think that was Keevens. Ball back over to Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen gets it. That brought ahead. Coming ahead with it is Hrojovic. Hrojovic outside the 18, battling out the end line. That is going to be a goal kick. Excellent defense back over there by Nozell.
Ann Arbor leads Flint City 1-0.
So that ball is going to get set right on the 6. Moved over as Amadi Amina gets it over to Moeller. Moeller lifts it down onto the far side of the pitch. That's sent ahead. Played off the body. Now launched. Helon trying to get to it. Over to Aban in the 18. That popped up high. Headed back by Flint. Good defense by the Bucks. Now trying to battle over on this near wing is Kadua. Kadua sends it down onto the near touchline. Fired across, knocked away. Coming over with it is Rabaravoni. That shot and a save by McConville. Good offensive set there by Ann Arbor. Even better defense by Flint as they're looking for a quick counterattack. That ball rolls all the way towards Moeller. Amadi Amina has it on the near wing in his own defensive third. Amadi Amina now trying to get away from Carnival. Back over to Moeller. Moeller launches it down onto the far touchline. Played down off the body, over battling back over there with Roman. Ball trying to take it away. Zatuni trying to pull it away from Roman. Roman sends it into the 18. That will go wide to the near side and out the near touchline. That is going to be a throw-in, as looks like Moeller Jensen. He'll hand that off, and Hahn we'll have the throw-in. It's not going to be Hahn either. They're going to switch it a couple times to make me work here. Smith on the near touchline. They just want to make sure I know the roster. That's fine. As we have Nutmeg down there, a little wet squirrel. He doesn't have a tree to hide underneath, but he is out there greeting all the fans, making sure everyone's good. Having a little fun with the Flint player there. That ball throwing in all the way across, down as Moeller Jensen sends it back to Smith. Smith firing it all the way across. That headed out as that'll go back into the midfield. Good clearance there by Ann Arbor. Aban trying to get to it. He goes down, but that blasted all the way back and out. The far touchline just near midfield as Foster back over there. So we are in the 13th minute, 1-0 Ann Arbor with the lead. Would love to get a second goal to really put pressure on Flint. Flint would love to get this game level. All the way back. Getting it is Smith. Smith up the near touchline. Over to Moeller Jensen. Out the near touchline. It's going to be a throw-in for Ann Arbor. As Nozell has it on the near touchline. Nozell gets it in, then gets it back. Nozell sends it back to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina over to Moeller, racing over Albritton, trying to provide heavy pressure back in the defensive third for Ann Arbor. That quickly sent into the middle third. Battle for it, taken away by Flint. That fired ahead by Kadoa. All the way down onto the far wing, sent over by Hahn. Up the far touchline, that'll go out the end line. Goal kick for Ann Arbor. Again, we want to thank all the wonderful, amazing sponsors of this AFC Ann Arbor team, including the title sponsor, Bank of Ann Arbor, A20, Destination Ann Arbor, Grizzly Peak, Wickfield Properties. As that's sent down again onto the far touchline, little high, is not able to get it, as that went just past onto the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in by Flint. All the way back, grabbed, coming ahead with it, Kadoa, all the way across to Hrojovic. Now Moeller Jensen cuts up the near touchline. Moeller Jensen trying to get around Nozell, that out the end line. So there was a whistle blown there. I believe that was a offside. They're going to say a foul. No, they're going to say it went out the near touchline. Forgive me. Nozell trying to bring people forward. That headed back over there by Rabarivoni. Ball down onto the far wing, trying to bring it ahead back over there was Kim. Sent into the attacking third and sent right back into the middle third. Back to get to it. That's sent across by Kim. Now, Kim did end up injured in the last game here at Hallway Field. He is wearing a mask. We hope he's all right. That ball back to Arbor. Arbor feeds it over to Kim. Right at midfield, Kim gets it over. Consoloni rockets it ahead. That all the way back into the 18. Grab there by McConville. So we're really glad to see Kim's all right, because last time we saw him, he was in a car going to a medical facility. So we are very, very grateful to see him all right. We don't want to see any of these players injured. That ball taken back, fired into the 18 to Moeller. Moeller trying to avoid pressure coming by Flint. That lifted right to midfield, headed down, popped up high by Arbor, and sent back the other direction by Rojovic. All the way across the far touchline, fed ahead by Foster. Now racing over midfield. That ball lifted ahead by Roman, down over. And with it, Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen feeds it all the way across the pitch. Gathered up on the far wing as Foster trying to feed it ahead. That tipped away. Ball controlled and sent right back over by Hahn. Ball back towards midfield. Still controlled there by Flint. As it's brought ahead by Jones. Jones stopped just over midfield. Now moves it back over to Smith. Smith right up the center of the pitch, right on the blockade. Smith moves it down the far wing. That lifted all the way back. Coming down onto the near wing is Roman. And that'll roll right out the near touchline. Smith comes over for a throw-in. This is going to be a good location for Flint. Deep in the attacking third. They'll have a throw-in. Smith will try and use his skills to try and get that ball right into the 18 and make something happen to get this game level. Smith gets a little room to work, gets all the way back to the fence. Waits for everyone to get set. Most folks are on the far side of the pitch as that ball up, headed up and out. The end line, that will be a goal kick for Ann Arbor, as again, we are in the 18th minute here at Hallway Field. 1-0, Ann Arbor with the lead thus far. As we do want to thank Fly Through, High Velocity Training, the official training sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor, Golden Limousine, the official travel sponsor of AFC Ann Arbor, The Ride, Manu Incorporated, Blue Llama, Sick Transit Cycles, Play It Again Sports, Big Blue Swim School, Hello Foz Pizza, and Chicken Seafood, Muth Law, and BTB Burrito. That ball out the near touchline. Throw in by Ann Arbor is Nozell on the near touchline. He looks up the pitch now. He calls someone forward. That ball played down, trying to get it back over to Zatuni. Moeller Jensen has it. Zatuni taking it away off the body. Zatuni trying to turn with it. Zatuni up into his defensive third. That ball, Consoloni tracks it down onto the far wing. Consoloni gets it over. That brought ahead. Kim feeds it. Now that blasted, trying to get it ahead to Halan, and that one just goes a little to the far side. Gathered up there by the Bucks. So that ball moved back to McConville. McConville over to Smith. Smith heading up the near side of the pitch. Smith holds it up there. Gets it right into the middle third. Back over to Smith as he had fed that over to Hahn. Hahn gets it back. Hahn has Kim watching him. That ball all the way over to Jones. Halan over there. Jones lifts it down the far touchline. Headed up back over there by Carnival. Right at midfield. Grabbed there by Zatuni. Zatuni cuts towards midfield. That taken away as he's dispossessed by Carnival. Ball played back over is now grabbed. Coming up the near wing is Carnival. Carnival blasts it all the way down as Moeller Jensen trying to get to it, but it goes out the end line before he can. That will be a goal kick for Ann Arbor. Here in the 20th minute from a kind of sprinkled on Hallway Field. So we can tell the fantastic food out here. I believe Shawarma King or someone like that is here, as well as Satani's Sub Shop. So, boy, that food smells fantastic up here. I think I put on 10 pounds just smelling it. Moeller arcs it high towards midfield. Adora tips it, that ball back over, grabbing a Kadua. All the way on to the far wing. Foster with it there. Foster moves it right back over to Kadua. Up right over midfield. Adora trying to get it back. Popped up by Kim, but a whistle. That is going to be a free kick as Flint comes up the near wing. Moeller Jensen has it on the near touchline. Moeller Jensen right back into the middle third. Gets it back to Smith. Smith ahead. Battle for it as Adora coming away, but he got tangled up over there. And Roman went down, so that's going to be, excuse me, that wasn't Roman, that was Han. That will be a kick here for Flint. And Arbor was able to score off a header off a set piece. Flint trying to get the equalizer as that ball right back over to Horozovic. Smith over to Jones. Jones up the far wing. Jones sends it up the far touchline. And tipped back there into the far corner, but offside the call. That will be Ann Arbor ball. As Consoloni will kick it deep in the defensive third. Here in the 21st minute from Hallway Field. Now Consoloni will head up the pitch. Muller will come over as Reese Muller raises the right hand, gets things set, right foot into it. Line drive kick that raises a bit, headed up on that far sideline. Now played off the body by Kodua. Right on that far touchline and out the far touchline, throw in by Flint as they move quickly with a sense of urgency. Now they're going to have them get back as free kick there is that ball right over to Kadua. Launches it all the way down. Moeller Jensen has it onto the near wing. Moeller Jensen just outside the 18 sends it right back over to Carnival. Carnival with a shot and a save by Moeller. Headed up as they're trying to fire it out the far wing. And taken and sent out the far touchline as that'll be a throw-in for Flint as Foster has it on that far touchline. Sent right back out. That'll be another throw-in for Foster right in front of the Ann Arbor bench. They actually have someone on the training table over there. Hopefully everybody is all right. Kim Massage wants a soccer game all at the same time. That ball throw-in on the far touchline. Is that Foster again? No, that is going to be, is that Smith? I think it might be. I'm trying to get that number, and it's just hard to get off the shorts there. That headed up high by Consoloni, headed back. Consoloni puts it up high. Now that blasted right back by Kodua. Deflected and offside the call. Ann Arbor ball as they quickly get the ball moving down onto the far touchline. Satuni trying to move it ahead as that goes out the far touchline. Trying to get to Kevens. That will be a throw-in by Flint here in the 24th minute. 1-0 Ann Arbor with the lead, but Flint has had a lot of pressure in Ann Arbor's defensive third recently. That's going to be a throw-in for Ann Arbor, so hopefully that'll help. That ball lifted down, tipped and out the far touchline. Flint with the throw-in. This time it will be Foster with the throw-in. It's actually going to move it all the way back, excuse me. So Ann Arbor will have that deep in their own defensive third. Headed down by Kadoa. Trying to play it over. Kim trying to pull that away. Kim battling. That's going to be a foul. Free kick by Ann Arbor. Consoloni will take that just inside the middle third. Consoloni looks to his right, where he has Amadi Amina. That ball lifted down. Headed up back over there. That'll go all the way over off the body, but that will be a foul, and that is going to be a free kick. Is trying to bring it ahead. Here comes Flint. That ball rolled all the way across by Kadoa. Here comes Smith. Or excuse me, that's Hrojovic. Hrojovic back to Smith. Right up midfield. Played down there by Kadoa. Across. Lifted all the way down by Foster in the attacking third. Consoloni with it down onto the far touchline. Consoloni gets it back into the middle third. That ball stolen away. Right back over to Kadoa. Now, ball all the way over to Hrojovic. Hrojovic gets it back on a give and go right on the near touchline. Hrojovic trying to get it over to Moeller Jensen, knocked away by Ador. Trying to get to a collision there. As trying to get to it was Rabaravoni. And collision with one of the Flint players. That's going to be a foul on Ann Arbor, I believe. I do not see a card there, but they're trying to make sure. Down on the pitch was Kadoa. I really do appreciate, there you go. I love the sportsmanship back over there. Fantastic job by Rabaravoni, who helped him get up and made sure and checked on him. It's always love to see the good sportsmanship. The ball set back. Hahn looking to kick this free kick away. He's just inside the attacking third for Flint. Here in the 26th minute. Hahn sends it short over to the near side. With it is Roman. Roman trying to cut towards the center of the pitch. Back over onto the near wing to Carnival. Carnival sends it. That ball blocked high on the near touchline and out. That's going to be a throw-in for Flint. There's a quick throw-in there by Carnival. Trying to cut ahead is Roman. Roman trying to get towards the center of the pitch. Now on the near side of the pitch is Hahn. Hahn sends it all the way across the 18 and out the end line. Smith tried to get to it but couldn't get to it first, and that will be a goal kick for Ann Arbor. So we want to thank the wonderful community partners of Ann Arbor. That includes the Ann Arbor District Library, Zingerman's. They've had all sorts of really fun Instagram photos with the team at Zingerman's. Slow's Barbecue, Satoni's Sub Shop, Ann Arbor Sports, York Food and Drink, and Washtenaw Dairy. Played down onto the near wing, trying to bring that back over was Nozil. Popped back by Smith. Played down by Hahn. Hahn right at midfield, and that is going to be Ador and Hahn were trying to get to it. That was a whistle and a foul, so free kick by Flint. Ball back over to Jones. Jones trying to come up the center of the pitch. Gets it over to Kadoa. Kadoa high down onto the far touchline. Moeller Jensen over there. Moeller Jensen on the far touchline. He shifted sides, trying to get around. Fired across, headed, and that sent all the way out the end line. That is going to be a corner kick for Flint, but good defense taking away an opportunity. It looks like it's going to be Hahn who comes over to take the corner. So Hahn gets set up in the near corner. He steps back to get a little room to work. Raises his hand, right foot into it, all the way across the 18, headed up there. Moeller Jensen fires it, but that's going to go wide to the near side of the woodwork. Goal kick for Ann Arbor here in the 29th minute. We want to continue to thank Connor O'Neill's, who sponsors the Ann Arbor Corner Kicks, and Bicycle Alliance of Washtenaw, Walk Bike Washtenaw, here on Waterloo Pathways Initiative, B2B Trail, My Future Fund, the Ann Arbor Roller Derby, Ypsilanti Starlings Rugby Club, and She Plays Soccer Camp. Moeller has it. You can hear the Main Street hooligans trying to get everyone fired up here. Is that lifted back by Moeller? Ador trying to get to it. That ball. Here comes Aban. Aban trying to get back past the defense. Aban has Zatuni just to his right. Aban just outside the 18. Back over to Zatuni. Zatuni fires it. That one blocked back there by Smith. Still battling, trying to get to it, Zatuni, but a whistle and a foul. That is going to be a free kick for Flint, as that stops the Ann Arbor offensive initiative there. All the way back over to Jones. Jones feeds it up the far touchline. Trying to bring it ahead over there is Foster. Battle for it on that far touchline. Keevens with it, but that helped the far touchline. There'll be a throw-in by Moeller Jensen. Nope, he'll leave Foster for it as Foster sends it in over to Carnival. Carnival moves it back to Jones. Jones ahead. Over onto that far wing as that's Carnival with it. Carnival right at midfield. Carnival blasts it down onto the near wing. That played down off the body. Good job by Arbor to fire it ahead. Excuse me. That was Amadi Amina. Played back. Amadi Amina has it. Amadi Amina gets it all the way across. Now racing up the near wing. Here comes Rabarvoni. Rabarvoni stops, cuts to his left. Now feeds it all the way back. With it, trying to feed it ahead. Rabarvoni right at the near touchline. Battling back there with Roman. Taken away. It's that ball fed ahead by Nozil. Nozil over to Rabarvoni. Rabarvoni goes down to the pitch. That's a foul as Ann Arbor with a free kick right in the middle third. Arbor will leave that quickly back to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina, nope, they're going to whistle, and they wanted to get everyone set, so Ann Arbor will try that again. So they tried a quick kick to catch people off guard there. So Amadi Amina has it about 10 yards over midfield in the middle third. Steps back here in the 31st minute. Consoloni to his left. Amadi Amina arcs it all the way across onto the far wing. Played down as Arbor tracks it down onto the far touchline. Arbor back over there trying to get around Foster. And that is quickly a kick for Flint. But again, they're going to whistle it, and Flint will have to re-kick it there, as that'll be a throw-in, as a matter of fact. Ball over to Jones. Jones feeds it. That ahead to Carnival. Carnival just outside of his own 18. That ball knocked down by Arbor. Arbor trying to peel it away. Arbor on the edge of the 18. Arbor battling back there as Carnival takes it away, trying to get it out of harm's way. That's sent back and right into the middle third. Consoloni trying to lift it back. It's going to be grabbed by Jones and ushered right into McConville's grateful hands. That ball over. Rojovic up the near touchline, gets it over to Roman. Roman trying to cut towards the middle of the pitch. That knocked down by Novell. Back over to Jones as Alon trying to provide pressure. Here comes Foster up the far touchline for Flint. Foster right at midfield. Foster. Battled right on the edge of the attacking third. Ball back over. Amadi Amina has it. He'll come into the middle third. Amadi Amina lifts it back all the way back down into the attacking third. No Ann Arbor player close, so McConville will just move it right over. Be taken as Smith will get it over to Jones. Jones into the middle third. Jones up that far side of the pitch. Tipped off the body, coming ahead with it, racing with it is Hahn. Hahn into the 18, and that just misses by no more than a foot to the near side of the woodwork. That is going to be a goal kick for Ann Arbor as we are in the 33rd minute here at Hallway Field. 1-0 Ann Arbor with the lead. That ball is set up on the 6 by Moeller. Moeller gets back. He's in his gray keeper kit, right hand raised. Moeller lifts it high ahead. Again, assistant coach currently with Albion. He helped coach the women's squad here at AFC Ann Arbor, so a brilliant keeper and smart in all things soccer out there. We appreciate all his work with the team. Novell sends it back over to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina gets it over to Zatuni. That ball knocked away. Battle for it. It's Kim trying to get to it. That headed over by Consoloni. Now fed right up to midfield. That's sent the other direction by Jones. Here comes Flint as they get it all the way down. Onto the far wing is Moeller Jensen has it. Moeller Jensen trying to feed it up the pitch. Sent right into the 18 and out the end line. That will be a goal kick for Ann Arbor. So again, Moeller will get that ball set on the 6. Raises his hand. Waits for everyone to get up the pitch. And that arced ahead by Moeller. Right at midfield, headed there by Ann Arbor. Now sent back the other direction by Hrojovic. Down and out the near touchline. As Nozil gets it in, lifted high down the near touchline, headed up, going the other direction with it. Smith played right back over to Rojovic. Back to Smith on his own side of midfield. Smith has a bond, coming forward to provide pressure, gets it over to Jones. Jones coming up the far flank. Jones lifts it down the far touchline. Moeller Jensen with it, knocked away by Consoloni. That played down over to Hahn. Hahn trying to grab that in midfield. Here comes Ann Arbor, feeding it ahead. Aban has it. Aban into the 18. Aban cuts over, kicks it in, and knocked away. As that's going to be a corner, but defense back there as Rojovic never gave up on the play, and as Aban cut towards his right to try and get room to kick it in, Rojovic able to get to the ball first. And that turns into a corner for Ann Arbor, I believe. Yep. As Kevins is going to take the corner.
It's an Ann Arbor counter kick brought to you by Connor O'Neill's Irish
So again, counter kick brought to you by Connor O'Neill's as Kevins gets himself set. They've had a bunch of wonderful World Cup watch parties if you're looking for a place to watch the games. Left foot into it, headed up as that comes back out. Consoloni fires it in that. Just a little too much air. That goes right past all the field hockey goals over there, and that'll be a goal kick. Quickly ahead by McConville. Back to McConville. He lifts it over onto the near wing for Carnival. Carnival trying to get around. Nozil is that ball. Down onto the far touchline. Foster trying to bring it ahead. And Moeller Jensen. Lifted all the way down into the attacking third. Again, that headed out. Let's not go out by Consoloni. Throw in by Foster. Foster has it on the far touchline. Gets it back from Hahn. That ball back over to Jones. Jones gets it over to Smith. Smith right on the blockades. Comes ahead with it. Smith works his way down the near touchline over to Rojovic. Rojovic getting it back as that will go out the near touchline throw-in. It's Carnival with the throw-in on the near touchline. We are in the 38th minute here at Hallway Field. Now that'll be Rojovic with the throw-in. Rojovic gets it in, playing down. As Noville trying to poke that away, but a whistle. Noville wants an explanation. Amadi Amina comes over. That's a yellow card to Amadi Amina. So first yellow card of the evening here in the 38th minute.
Ann Arbor yellow card issued to number 4, Ezra Amadi Amina.
So that ball set for a free kick just outside of the 18. This is a very, very dangerous location for a free kick. Two-person wall for Ann Arbor. As Noville set there with Rabarvoni. Now Hahn with it. Hahn fires it across, headed up. Good job by Kim to head it up. Now Rabaravani playing it off the body. That ball back. Hahn lifts it high, and that'll go out the end line. Goal kick for Ann Arbor here in the 39th minute. Ann Arbor survives a dangerous set piece by Flint. They come away with the goal kick. Good defense by the Ann Arbor squad. 1-0 Ann Arbor with the lead here over Flint City Bucks. As there is Kim injured as a trainer comes over to take a look at Kim. He has that plastic face mask because, again, the last men's home game, Kim had to be taken off in a car to a medical facility. We are really glad he's back, but he takes off that face mask. And we will see what happens if I don't see a substitution coming in for him. But he will go off the pitch, and they'll make sure he's all right.
wrong person to take a ball in the face right now.
So we hope Kim's going to be all right.
The game earlier this season.
He's from a long line of players in southeastern Michigan to wear those plastic masks. I think Bill Lambier used to have it back in the day. Richard Hamilton wore the mask around. It's something you have to wear occasionally when you have a facial injury. So you don't want to take a soccer ball or a basketball off the noggin when it's already broken. So Kim being looked at. We hope he's all right. Fingers crossed. This will add a little stoppage time at the end as we are in the 41st minute here. There's the whistle as Moeller sets down the water bottle, ready to send this one away as Kim will wait for the next stoppage and play to come back in if he's all right. That ball headed up by Hahn. Now popped up high, that by Albritton. And Moeller Jensen puts it back right over to Foster. Foster up the far touchline. Foster trying to get it over. Consoloni moves it ahead. Now trying to turn on it. A door goes down. That's going to be a whistle and a foul. And Arbor with the free kick from within their defensive third. Consoloni looks to his right. He has Amadi Amina there. Now Moeller comes over as they'll let Moeller take this kick. As we head right into the 42nd minute here at Hallway Field. That ball headed up by Jones for Flint. Played down across by Kadua. Kadua there battling. There's a whistle. And kicked by Flint down the far touchline. Sent right back over. They'll have them re-kick it. Jones gets it over to Smith. Smith trying to feed it right up the center of the pitch. Ball grabbed by Kadua. Kadua right up the near touchline for Carnival. Now that ball grabbed. Hahn bringing it down the near touchline. There is Roman. Roman right on the edge of the 18. Roman sends it back up the pitch. Back over to Hrojovic. Hrojovic flips it back into the middle third. Smith back over to Carnival. Carnival rolls it, then gets it back on a give and go. Carnival all the way back over to Smith right on the blockades. That all the way to Jones now on the far touchline. Jones right down into the 18. Moeller Jensen trying to feed it. Now Consoloni has it. Consoloni down the far touchlines for Kevens. That ball lifted ahead, played off the body. Now trying to race. Sent right over, picking it up the near wing. Rabarvoni in, now coming. That ball sent right back over. Rabarvoni down over to Nozil. Back over to Rabarvoni on the near touchline. Now that was Adore who had it. They'll go all the way back to the end line. McConville take it out on the edge of the 18. He'll roll that ahead right over to Kadua. Kadua up the center of the pitch here in the 43rd minute. Ball all the way back, trying to grab it back over. There's Roman. Roman sends it across. I'll go all the way over. Keevens lets it go down onto the far touchline. That ball sent back towards midfield. Jones has it there. Jones trying to get the attack going with Kadua. Kadua over on the far touchline to Foster. Foster trying to feed it ahead. That ball down there. Carnival trying to get it back. Back over to Foster. Now ahead. Here comes Kadua. Kadua up the far side of the pitch. Kadua all the way back over to Jones. Jones here in the 44th minute. Ball down onto the near touchline for Hrojovic. That out the near touchline. Throw it for Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor wouldn't mind getting one more goal here and having a 2-goal advantage going into halftime. Of course, Flint would love to get this game equalized before then. I think if you ask the Ann Arbor players if they wouldn't mind having a 1-0 lead at halftime, they would definitely say that would be a good thing. Ball ahead, now brought back, tipped by Kim, played down, Adore has it, knocked away from him. Kim gets it over, that fired ahead by Rabarvoni. Down, headed back by Jones, that'll go. Back over and plucked up by McConville. McConville rolls it ahead for Kadua. Kadua into the middle third. Kadua gets it over to Carnival. Carnival all the way down into the 18 line and plucked up by Moeller as Roman was right there. They've been trying to get Roman on a runner. And good job by Moeller to get it first. Over to Arbor, back to Consoloni. Consoloni trying to move it ahead. That deflected out the far touchline here in the 45th minute. So we are about to go into stoppage time, 15 seconds away from stoppage time. So again, the ball on the far touchline, throw in there. Played down as we are now in stoppage time. The ball headed up by Ann Arbor. Now popped up high by Carnival. Now go back into the middle third. Still battling. Carnival gets a piece of it. Now down the far touchline. Tipped and out the far touchline is Hahn had it there. We're 24 seconds into stoppage time. Kevins will have the throw-in on the far touchline. It was the injury, so we should have at least a few minutes of stoppage time here. Popped up high by Moeller Jensen. Fed ahead over there by Carnival. So 3 minutes of stoppage time, a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time as we are 48 seconds into that minimum of 3 minutes. Ken Kevins again with the throw-in on the far touchline. Kevins feeds it in, played down. Moeller Jensen sending it across. That tipped ahead by Carnival. Now racing, send and tipped all the way out. The end line, that is going to be a corner here with 1 minute 11 seconds gone from a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Looks like Hana's going to take this kick in the near corner. He's been taking most of their set pieces. These their corner kicks. Hahn back. 1 minute 30 seconds into 3 minutes of minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Hahn, right foot into it, sending across. That headed up and grabbed by Moeller. Moeller diving and grabbing it out of midair. 1 minute 45 seconds gone out of a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Oh, grabbing and pushing down on the near touchline, trying to bring it ahead back over there is Rabaravoni. Taken away, coming up, Kadua. Right over midfield, 2 minutes 4 seconds into a minimum of 3 minutes stoppage time as Hahn had it. That's going to be a throw in for Flint. Is Rojovic with the throw in on the near touchline, bringing it ahead. Carnival has it taken away. Is coming up this near wing as Arbor. Arbor goes down onto the pitch. That's going to be a whistle and a foul. 2 minutes 30 seconds gone from a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. As that ball moved back, Nozil ready to send this away. 2 minutes 49 seconds gone in a minimum of 3 minutes of stoppage time. Arbor trying to get to it. That ball brought ahead by Kim. Kim feeds it back over. Grabbed there by Rabaravoni. And that will do it for halftime right at the 3 minutes 3 second mark. As we will head into halftime as it is AFC Ann Arbor 1 and the Flint City Bucks 0. Let's give you a little bit of an update from the World Cup games going on. In stoppage time right now, it is Brazil up on Scotland 3-0. And then in stoppage time on the other side, it's Morocco 4 and Haiti 2. Games already done today. Switzerland had a 2-1 win over Canada, and Bosnia-Herzegovina had a 3-1 win over Qatar. Games later today at 9 p.m. will be South Africa battling the Korean Republic and Chechnya versus Mexico. USA plays at 10 p.m. tomorrow night, so I don't have to worry about, taping it during work, but I'm definitely not going to get a lot of sleep tomorrow night, but that's okay. As we're going to step away, we're going to play a little bit of music, and we will be back. You are watching AFC Ann Arbor, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting. As we are here at Hallway Field at halftime, and it is 1-0. AFC Ann Arbor with the lead on the top of the table, undefeated Flint City Bucks. Ann Arbor trying to pull a big win here, a big upset, and play spoiler for the Flint City Bucks, as it was a goal in the ninth minute by Arbor, as that was off of a set piece that Arbor went over and headed in to get the opening goal. Then there was a yellow card in the 38th minute, that one to Amadi Amina. And that was your action from the first half. Flint City Bucks did have, especially in the later half of the first, they were really keeping pressure on AFC Ann Arbor, keeping it down in the attacking third. But we are underway as right back going here in the 46th minute. The ball over on the near touchline, bringing it ahead is Foster. That ball back. Now Jones lofting it all the way down, trying to get to Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen at the far side of the 18, knocked away by Amadi Amina. So Ludwig is in. He's scored 5 goals thus far this season. So he's the top goal scorer. He is going to be number 26. So 2 substitutions for the Flint City Bucks. They have an early set piece here in the second as Roman goes over to take this. Roman set up in the far corner. And they played a little wonderful jazz here because the Blue Llama Jazz Club downtown Ann Arbor sponsor. Had a little jazz for halftime. Takes me back to my days with the Community High Jazz Band many, many decades ago. I would not be good at the saxophone anymore. Slowly walking off is Nozil. We hope he'll be all right as Nozil ends up on the going out the far touchline. The trainer watching him as he'll walk over to the bench. Here comes the corner. Roman, it's a short corner, getting it on a give and go, sending it into the 18. That headed back by Jones. Arbor pops it up in the air, headed back, blasted, still in the 18. Now a great clearance as that'll go down past midfield and out the near touchline, but that gives the Mighty Oak a little bit of breathing room. Foster with the throw and gets it right back to McConville. Getting it away from Zatuni, putting up high, headed by Arbor. Played down, trying to get to Arbor. Over Consoloni, gets it as that fired all the way back by Kevins, trying to get it over to Zatuni. Zatuni on the near touchline. Zatuni heads back up the pitch. Zatuni gets it over to Kevins. Kevins back over to Consoloni. Consoloni over to Moeller. Moeller has it in the 18 here in the 78th minute. 1-0. Ann Arbor with the lead. Consoloni bringing up the near wing. He lifts it up high. This is the first game I've seen him play at center back. Play down, fired back over by Kim. Now Amadi Amina up the far side of the pitch. Now Arbor has it taken away. Here comes Moeller Jensen. He moves that ahead. Down on the pitch is Carnival. So that is going to be a foul and a kick for Flint. So Smith comes over to take the kick. Oh, no, Moeller Jensen will take the kick. I just want to put a bunch of people there to make sure I'm confused. Moeller Jensen back here in the 49th minute. Everyone getting set. Ann Arbor scored off of a set piece. Flint trying to get the equalizer off of a set piece. High over onto the near wing, headed out by Consoloni. Now brought ahead. Great job out the near touchline. As Halan trying to feed it ahead. That'll be a throw in by Kevins. Kevins gets it back over to Consoloni. Consoloni All the way across to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina bringing it ahead. He launches it down. Hawan trying to get to it. Hawan plays it off the body. Hawan coming to his right. Hawan with a shot, and that save by McConville. McConville rolls it out to Kodua. Kodua onto the near touch for Foster. Bringing it ahead. Here comes Ludwig. Ludwig moves it back. Jones with it right into the middle third. Jones lifts it ahead, trying to get it down for Ludwig. Ludwig outside the 18. Ludwig trying to turn on it. That out the end line. That is going to be a goal kick. Great job by Consoloni to usher that out and use his body to make sure that Ludwig couldn't get to the ball. Moeller gets it set on the 6. Keeps an eye on Moeller Jensen over on that far wing. Again, had 2 goals last time these two teams played. Ball up. Adore trying to get to it. That popped up high. Now headed back as that'll go all the way back to McConville. McConville has it in the 18. That was Halana right in front of him. Ball. Bringing it is Jones. Jones into the middle third. Ball back over to Jones on the near side of the pitch. Jones brings it back into the middle third. Jones coming up the near touchline. Grabbed there by Foster. Foster gets it back and launched ahead by Zomeno. Trying to bring it ahead. Played back over onto the far touchline. Battle for it is Horojovic on that far touchline. Went out. That's going to be an Ann Arbor throw-in. It does look like Nozil is doing better, so got some treatment on the sideline, doing well on the bench. As that ball on the far touchline, trying to get past. The ball over, and that will be a foul, and here comes Flint racing ahead with it. Zomeno moving it, tipped there by Keevens. Keevens battling as that held in, trying to turn on it is Ludwig. Ludwig outside the 18. Ludwig sends it all the way across. That will go. Hit the flag as Moeller Jensen racing over to get to it. Nozil over there trying to pull it away from him. Nozil still battling there. That brought away. Here comes Ann Arbor. Turning on it. That fired ahead by a Bond. That'll go deep into the attacking third. Stopped there by McConville. McConville move it over. Now racing up with it is Kodua. Kodua. Back over to Jones. Jones arches it, trying to get it over to Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen plays it off the body. Knows it. Over to Markham. Back on the edge of the attacking third. Ball over to Zomeno. Now up the near wing. Here comes Foster. Foster to Ludwig. Back over to Zomeno. Zomeno just on the edge of the middle third. Moves it back over to Jones. Jones here in the 53rd minute. Trying to arc it ahead to Roman. Roman firing it towards the 18. That pulled away as that ball fired. Good way to knock it down by Keevens. Fired ahead. Here comes Hawan. Hawan cuts towards the right. Hawan fires it and off the woodwork. Oh, he bent that ball and curved it in, but just couldn't get enough English on it. And that right off the woodwork. What a fantastic opportunity for Hawan. And it missed by inches. Not even that. Here comes Flint bringing it ahead. That fired over by Zomeno down onto the far touchline. Back over to Kodua. Kodua. Back to Jones. Jones over midfield here on the near wing. Jones trying to feed it ahead. That ball grabbed down onto the near touchline for Foster. Foster coming towards the 18. Foster stutter steps, moving it back over to Roman. Roman trying to blast it. That is going to be a corner kick for Flint. As taking the corner is going to be Roman. Here in the 54th minute. Roman gets himself set. Quick kick. Gets it over to Moeller Jensen. Cutting across the top outside of the 18. And in. Moeller Jensen finds the top left-hand corner for the equalizer here. And it was in the 54th minute. That Well, you couldn't do it any better than that, unfortunately. Here's why Moeller Jensen now has the tied for the team high in goals with 5 with Ludwig. And it is now 1-1, and the Flint Bucks fans in the stands are happy. So again, that just after the beautiful, beautiful shot by Halan that didn't miss by much. Moeller Jensen did the same thing over on the near side, and he managed to cut it in.
Assisted by number 23, Jack Roman.
Ball over, grabbed, trying to bring it ahead over there is Kim. Down the far touchline. Sent back. Mahdi Amina has it. Now up the center of the pitch, trying to get it over to Kim. That taken away. Here comes Flint as they chip it over into the edge of the 18 on the far wing. Good challenge there, coming ahead with it. I believe that was Consoloni with the challenge all the way back. And that'll go out the far touchline. As the Bond tried to get to it before it went out, but couldn't quite make it over there. 1-1 is the score here in the 56th minute. Ball back over on the far wing for Zomeno. Zomeno trying to put it up the far touchline. Chipped back by Moeller Jensen. Now Ann Arbor with it. Adora has it on the edge of the middle third. Back to Amadi Amina. Now over on the near wing to Consoloni. Back to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina trying to get away from Moeller Jensen. Arcs it ahead to Zatuni. Zatuni heads it up and out the near touchline. I don't know who touched it there. Zatuni saying that it was a Flint player. Flint has the throw in. Jones moves it ahead to Kodua. Kodua trying to get away from Zatuni. Gets it all the way over to Smith. Smith back over to Jones. Jones bringing it up the near wing. Jones. Pressure coming. Jones arcs it into the attacking third. Adore trying to knock it down. Now that ball sent down over onto the near wing to Foster. Foster up the near touchline. Foster has it on the near touchline. Foster stutter steps to his left, trying to feed it through traffic. Gets it back, but then knocked away and out. The end line, that will be a corner kick for Flint. So I believe that's going to be Roman again who's going to take the corner. So Roman gets it set down, ready for this next set piece. Roman back, raises both hands, right foot across the 18 as that will come all the way back just outside the 18 to Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen moves it across. That chipped ahead by Hrojovic. And just missing. That will be a goal kick as Moeller goes over to get to it. Here in the 58th minute, 1-1 is our score. So goal in the 9th by Adore for Ann Arbor, header off of a set piece. And then in the 54th minute, it was Moeller Jensen who arced it in beautifully from the edge of the 18 right into the top left corner. Reese Moeller now calling out, trying to get everyone down the pitch. He'll lift it down the far side of the pitch. Adore had it. Now Halan trying to pull that away, but that's sent all the way across. Grabbed by Zatuni. Zatuni moves it over, but that grabbed here by Ludwig. Ludwig trying to cut across, knocked away back over there by Kim. Now Zatuni has it. Zatuni doing good to avoid pressure. Zatuni lifting it. Played down on the near touchline by Aban. Aban trying to get past traffic. Aban is back past Jones. Aban running over. Smith coming in. Aban cuts to the right. Aban fires and he puts it in. Prince Aban gives Ann Arbor the lead. 2-1. So that's the 4th goal for Aban. As we take a look here, you see Aban racing over, cuts to his right, fires it in just inside the near post. That was picture perfect as well here in the 54th minute or 59th minute. Ann Arbor goal by Aban, his 4th of the season. Well, the big guns for both of these squads have let themselves be heard. 2-1 Ann Arbor here in the 60th minute. And ball moved back by Carnival. All the way down and out the far touchline. That'll be a throw-in. As Nozil has it with the throw-in. The ball brought ahead, Abon trying to get to it, but that lifted up high back into the defensive third for Ann Arbor. Moeller grabs it in the 18. Well, he can't pick it up because it was sent back by one of the Flint players there. Chip back over. Now he can't grab that because that was sent to him by Consoloni. Down the far touchline, headed, but that goes out the far touchline as Rabaravoni trying to keep it in. There'll be a throw-in over there by Hirojevic. Hirojevic back over to Smith. Smith all the way across to Jones. Jones moves it onto the near wing for Foster. Foster up the near touchline. Gets it over to Ludwig. Ludwig chips it that out the near touchline. Throw-in for Ann Arbor. Stevens has it. He'll wait for Kim to get his boot tied. Throw-in by Kevins as Kevins launches it high. That headed up by Zatuni. Popped up and I'll come back onto the near wing. Kevins trying to get to it. Now that played, Consoloni had it off the body, but that'll be a throw-in. On the near touchline, Ludwig with the throw-in for Flint. 2-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. That ball sent across by Foster. Now all the way over. Brought ahead by Hirojevic. Hirojevic up the far touchline over to Moeller Jensen. Tipped back, trying to steal it away is Ador. Ador trying to get to a bomb. That knocked down over there by Zomeno. Fired ahead by Abon right into the middle third, but grabbed there by Kodua. Kodua gets it back right at midfield, trying to feed it over to Zomeno. Zomeno back to Smith. Smith looking over to Jones, now turns over. Smith gets it over to Zomeno. Zomeno down the far touchline, tips it over from Hirojevic. Fired down, Moeller Jensen with it. Back over, Hirojevic has it, that knocked away. Trying to bring it ahead, back over there is Halan. That will be a kick for Ann Arbor. As Amadi Amina down to Zatuni on the near touchline. Zatuni trying to get past traffic. Zatuni trying to get away from Foster. Zatuni fires it, that tip down, grab, now popped ahead by Ann Arbor. Played down by Jones as he moves it over to McConville. McConville in the 18, slips it over to Jones. Jones coming up the center of the pitch, over to Smith. Smith has that as a number of the Ann Arbor players getting warmed up over on the sideline, over on the far touchline. Ball back to Smith. Smith onto the far touchline, ahead to Hirojevic. Hirojevic trying to get it over to Moeller Jensen. Good job to head it out by Nozil. Moeller Jensen with the throw-in. Ball played back. Smith with it. Smith gets it all the way across. Grabbed here by Foster. Foster up the near touchline over to Ludwig. Ludwig out the near touchline. Ludwig with the throw-in. And moving it over is Kodua. There it's a collision. Kodua looks okay as Abon pats him on the back. It's a door slow to get up. Abon again patting the shoulder of Kodua. Moeller Jensen again, very, very dangerous here. Set up for a set piece just inside the attacking third. The whistle. Number of the players on the far side of the pitch. Moeller Jensen turns the ball just the way he likes them. There's the whistle. Arcs it over onto the far side, trying to get a header that played out onto the far wing. Coming ahead with it. Here comes Ann Arbor as that's down the far touchline. Halan trying to get it back over there. Halan goes down. Did the splits, but popped up. Looks like he's all right. Here comes Kim. Kim feeds it over to Hawan. Hawan up the far touchline. Hawan trying to cut towards over into the attacking third. That ball back by Kim. Grabbed. Back over to Nozil. Nozil gets it on that far wing over to Rabarboni. Rabarboni. Now here comes Consoloni. Consoloni back over to Amadi Amina. Amadi Amina. All the way down, trying to get to Rabonavani. Rabaravani firing it as that's knocked down by McConville. Plucked out of midair. Good goalkeeping there by the Flint keeper. Up the near touchline. Now racing ahead with it is Foster. Foster trying to make his way into the attacking third. He goes up the pitch. Arbor tips that away but goes down. Grabbed there by Roman. Roman feeds it back. Now here comes Kodua. On the near touchline is Zemeno. Zemeno back over. Arbor is down on the pitch in some pain. Zemeno gets it over to Foster. Foster outside the near touchline. Still battling over there is Kevins. So Arbor is still down, rolling on. That goes out the near touchline. Throw in for Flint. So now they're going to have the trainer come out and take a look at Arbor. Foster was down on the near touchline as well. Kodua comes over to pat him on the shoulder there. So Arbor being worked on there. Here in the 67th minute, as you can see Arbor being worked on here. So we tend to not show the players on the high school games, but we will for the pre-professional soccer games. As they continue to work on Arbor. Frutani comes in for Kim. Frutani, number 7. Arbor is slowly walking off. So he gets some water there. Gets a round of applause from the fans. We're also happy that Foster was able to pop up as he was down for a little bit for Flint. These are huge rivals, but we do not want to see any of these players injured. Again, throw in an advantageous location here. Smith has it on the near touchline. Deep in the attacking third. Smith launches it across. Headed up off the crossbar. Still trying to get to it. Muller down on that. As Muller grabs it away. What a save and what a... it's a really close, again, inches away as that hit the crossbar. Almost the equalizer for Flint. 2-1, Ann Arbor still with the lead. Ann Arbor has a throw-in on the far touchline. As Nozil works his way over for the throw-in. You can see again the Main Street hooligans. They don't have quite their full crew down there, but they're still trying to lead everyone. And that ball out the end line. So that ball back into the corner kick. As Kevins has it in the far corner as it's a Connor O'Neill's corner kick. Kevins raises both hands, lifts it across. Played down, still getting it. Hawan trying, fired. Oh, Zatuti got a piece of it, but it just went wide to the near side of the woodwork. So close. Boy, there's been a number of near misses by both of these teams in this game just to keep you on the edge of your seat. And ball back, bringing it ahead is Kodua. Offside to call on Ludwig. That will be Ann Arbor's ball. Here in the 70th minute, 2-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. They want to get their third win of the season and try and take down the top of the table, Flint City Bucks, who have yet to lose a game. Flint looking to just get this equalized and see what happens. All the way down, headed back by Flint into the middle third, played down by Zimeno. Now Ludwig trying to feed it across the door, tips it down. We're glad to see him back. Now, just out the near touchline as a Bond. There's two balls on the pitch. As Bond will fire it over. He thought he had that and almost kept it in. Racing ahead with it. Here comes Kodua. Kodua bringing it up the far flank, right over midfield, down onto the far touchline. Now trying to get some speed. That ball over. Amada Amina moves ahead to Adore. Adore turning with it. Gets it back to Amada Amina. Pressure coming. Here comes Consoloni. Consoloni over to Kevens. Kevens down the near touchline. As there is a lot of pressure and definitely giving a sense of urgency is this Flint team. Trying to get it over there is Furutani. All the way back to McConville. McConville rolls it ahead for Smith. Smith all the way down onto the far touchline. Brought ahead over there by Hirojevic. Sent back over for Moeller Jensen out the far touchline. That'll be a throw in for Ann Arbor. Nozil will throw that in. So we are in the 71st minute here at Hallway Field. 2-1, Ann Arbor with the lead on the Flint City Bucks. Underneath the lights here at Hallway Field. All the way down again, there was a youth soccer camp happening earlier when the game started, right on the Main Street field. There was some track going on, all sorts of things. There's a carnival getting set up to happen in the Pioneer parking lot. That will be the JC's Carnival happening Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're in the mood for a carnival, JC's do it every year. One of the many fantastic things to do around Ann Arbor in the summer. Amada Amina. Set. He lifts it down onto, headed down and out the near touchline. That'll be a throw in for Ann Arbor. As the ball tries to spin right back onto the pitch, Kevens grabs it. As he'll throw it in from the Flint side of midfield here in the middle third. Kevens lifts it across, played down Amadi Amina, blasting it ahead. That'll go all the way down, plucked up by McConville. He'll get it over to Smith as Smith advances it up the pitch here in the 73rd minute. Gets it over to Kodua. Kodua gets it back from Zomeno. All the way over to Smith into the middle third. Smith blasts it ahead. Played down off the body over, fed ahead by Kevens, down the near touchline, trying to come across as that's popped right back. Sent over by Foster for Flint. Back to Smith. Smith down the far touchline, popped back. Smith tips it right down onto the far touchline as battling back there. Rabaravoni trying to steal that away. Smith back into the defensive third, all the way across to Jones. Right to midfield. Chipping it back is Kodua. Now Jones launches it all the way down, trying to get to Ludwig. That headed back, played off the body, tipped out the near touchline. Well, the official had a different view than I did, as that was thrown in there by Foster. Moved across by Kodua. Launched into the 18, and Moeller grabs it as Ludwig right there, Amani Amina. Providing a challenge as that quickly ahead, trying to get to it to Bond, and played right back over to to Foster. Foster moving it down the near touchline, grabbing it as Carnival. Carnival is that fired across, blocked. Is Foster's shot blocked? That's going to be a corner kick. Over to take the corner is Carnival here in the 74th minute. Oh, nope, they're going to switch that, and it's going to be Roman taking the corner again. Roman steps back, raises both hands, chips it across the 18, that headed up. Played all the way back, chipped high, and that'll go all the way down the far wing. Rabaravani trying to get to it. He ends up down on the pitch. Noville trying to get to it as that's fired across off. And that'll go off the end of the goal. It will be a goal kick by Moeller here in the 75th minute. Moeller sets the ball on the 6. Moeller lets everybody get up the pitch. Now that arc tie over midfield. Aban trying to get to it. Aban playing it off the body down the far touchline and couldn't quite keep it out. As that went out the far touchline into touch. Throw him back over to Smith. Smith all the way across to Jones. Jones heads up the center of the pitch into the middle third. Jones down the near touchline over to Foster. Foster sends it. That taken away. Good job. Here comes. Racing ahead with it. Down the near touchline is Keevins. Keevins has that poked away. Controlled there by Kodua. Kodua into the middle third. Goes over onto the far wing. Kodua over midfield. And gets that ahead. That blasted ahead by Zomeno. And across. Knocked out by Amadi Amina. Good defense there as they were trying to get it over to Moeller Jensen, trying to get a pass across. Now Moeller Jensen's going to take this corner in the far corner. Here in the 76th minute, 2-1. Ann Arbor with the lead. So I think that's Adore trying to keep himself stretched out there in the 18. Moeller Jensen has it set. He sends it short. And they'll have them kick it again. So there was a substitution. They kicked it before the substitution was completed. That headed down, grabbed by Moeller. And a whistle in the 18 and a foul in the Ann Arbor with a free kick. So Hrojovic out, Spadafora in. Here in the 77th minute, almost the 78th minute. That ball off of Aban. Aban trying to cut forward. Aban getting past. Aban working his way in, sends it across, fired, and that will be stopped there. As Halan can't believe it. He thought he had that nailed down, but McConville with a great save. Moeller Jensen has it on the far touchline for Flint, sends it back towards midfield. Here comes Flint with a counter, tipped back, now controlled. Consoloni gets it over to Moeller. Moeller launches it all the way down the pitch. Headed up, now trying to get past. Here comes Aban. Aban has it. Aban trying to get past the defense, fires it. That got blocked. Aban still with it. Aban moves it over to Halan. Halan just outside the 18. Halan trying to get past a pair of defenders. Halan gets it past. Now over onto the near wing as that sent across beside Zatuni, but he couldn't keep it from going into touch, and that will be a goal kick, but an excellent opportunity on offense. Great job. Zaban has been dangerous, and Zatuni and Hawan trying to. As the yellow card comes out, as that yellow card will go on a door. Here in the 79th minute. Down on the pitch is Kudoa. So setting up, Flint has the ball deep in their defensive third. Jones moves it over to Foster. Foster bringing up the near flank. Foster down the near touchline for Zomeno. Zomeno trying to move it ahead. Battle on the near touchline. Chip back over by Petrangaro. Sent back by Petrangaro. Now ahead, spinning with it, Zomeno. Fired back across, trying to get to it is Abon. Now controlled, there's a launch, trying to get it to Moeller-Jensen. Moeller-Jensen on the far touchline. Moeller-Jensen trying to get around Nozil. Moeller-Jensen still trying to get around. Nozell doing an excellent job. And that is going to be a whistle. And that's going to be an Ann Arbor kick here in the 80th minute. 2-1. Ann Arbor with the lead as Reese Moeller hits it back where the foul occurred. Or, no, sorry, was it an offside? I think it was an offside, not a foul. So I was looking at the wrong piece. So we are in the 81st minute, less than 10 minutes away from stoppage time. So that ball headed up high by Smith, played down right at midfield. Chipped ahead back over there by Furutani. And onto the far touchline, fired across, and whew, that had a little pepper. That one might have gone into the next county. That went out the end line. That'll be a goal kick quickly ahead. Here comes Flint into the middle third. They get it across. Now all the way over to Spadafora up the near touchline. Back over to Carnival. Carnival trying to move it ahead over to Ludwig. Ludwig firing it all the way across to Moeller-Jensen. Moeller-Jensen has the lone goal for Flint City today. And back over to Zomeno. Zomeno back is that taken away coming up. Rabaravoni had it. Knocked back down. Fired ahead right on the far touchline. Nozil fires it ahead. Flint grabs it as they head the other direction down the far touchline. Halan trying to provide pressure on Petrangaro. And will be a throw in by Flint right in front of their own bench. So they'll quickly throw that back as that one tried to go all the way to the Main Street field. Chip by Flint. Playing it down is Carnival. Carnival moves it back over to Zomeno, back to Carnival, trying to get it into the 18. And Reese Moeller will pluck it up there. Reese Moeller comes out to the edge of the 18 here in the 82nd minute. High ball headed back towards midfield. Played down by Halan. Headed back. Now grabbing it, Kodua. Over onto the near wing, sent down, keeping it in. Out. The near touchline, valiant attempt by Ludwig to keep it in, but couldn't quite do it. That'll be a throw-in for Ann Arbor. Stevens has it here in the 83rd minute. We have under 8 minutes left before stoppage time. That ball headed up by Ludwig, ever dangerous, played down. Now launched ahead back into the attacking third that headed away from Ludwig back over there by Kevens. Now Zatuni with it. Zatuni trying to get over midfield. Zatuni goes down. There's a whistle and a foul. That'll be an Ann Arbor free kick just on their own side of midfield. Looks like Consoloni over to take the kick, or Kevens. Consoloni will have it. So we are now in the 84th minute here at Hallway Field. 2-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. Again, Flint trying to stay top of the table. They are undefeated. 6-0. Is that ball? That'll end up out the near touchline. Throw it by Flint. Right behind him is Oakland County. Oakland County has 1 loss and 1 draw. Moved ahead, grabbed there by Kodua. Kodua stopping, trying to avoid pressure back over there by Furatani. And towards midfield, headed back by Consoloni. Trying to play it down as Halan ended up going down weird. He popped up well. Happy about that. Here comes Aban. Aban trying to move it over, racing over Rabaravani. Rabaravani trying to get it over to Abon, trying to fire it as that went off of a defender. That'll go off the end line, and it will be a corner for Ann Arbor as we're in the 85th minute here at Hallway Field. Rabaravani over to take this corner. Huge set piece. Ann Arbor would love to get an insurance goal here. Flint wants to set up the counter. Two more substitutions coming in as Foster and Smith are out. So Foster and Smith goes out, and of course they're not going to turn their backs to me. Okay, 4 and 13. So that's McDay and Shillington come in. It's a corner kick, and that grabbed out of midair by McConville. McConville races out to the edge of the 18. That tipped away. Fired. I don't think that was on purpose. I think he was just running past, but what do I know? Flint coming down here in the 86th minute. So bringing it into the midfield. That's Jones launching it down. Amadi Amina gets it back over. Brought down. Moeller Jensen on the far touchline. Rabaravoni trying to knock that away. Now a bomb providing pressure. Ball trying to knock it away is Adore trying to pull that away back there from, I believe that was Carnival. Now again, free kick here for Moeller Jensen. So we are heading into the 87th minute. Just under 4 minutes left before stoppage time. But inside the attacking third, Moeller Jensen, team high, tied for the team high, 5 goals on the season with Ludwig. He's going to try and make it 6 here. Chipped over, headed back, played down, headed over onto the far wing, still played back, and now clearance all the way down. Picked up. McConville lifts it right back into the attacking third. Keevins trying to get that ball back. Launched by Consoloni. All the way down, keeping it in the far touchline. Here comes Ann Arbor. Racing ahead with it. I believe that's a Bon over there. That ball taken away from him. Now coming the other direction. Here comes Zimeno. Zimeno launches it. That lifted high by Spadafora. So there's a whistle there here in the 88th minute. Again, huge sense of urgency by this Flint team as bringing it ahead. Shillington gets it onto the near touchline, serves Spadafora. Spadafora into the attacking third. All the way down onto the near touchline for Petrangaro. Petrangaro, that is a goal kick. 2.5 minutes away from stoppage time. Moeller gets it set on the 6. Ann Arbor would love to keep this ball on Flint's side of midfield for the next several minutes. Flint with other ideas. Again, lifted high by Moeller towards midfield, headed up by Zatuni. Now Halan trying to get to it, popped up high in the air, headed towards midfield, played down there by Zomeno. Up onto the near touchline, Ludwig trying to send it away. Grabbed there by Adore, who feeds it ahead. Now turning with it, here comes Abon. Abon trying to work his way through traffic. Abon firing it over as Rabaravoni has it outside the 18. Rabaravoni trying to get to it. That's sent back. Grabbed by Flint as they blast it down the far touchline. Collision there, that's going to be a free kick as Ann Arbor accidentally ran over a Flint player there, so that's going to be a kick. As we are less than a minute and a half away from stoppage time here in the 89th minute. That ball onto the near touchline for Ludwig. Popped away, Keevins trying to knock it away. That ball now over, trying to come across Spadafora with it, as that's knocked out by Amadi Amina. Corner kick coming up. As 1 minute away from stoppage time here in the 90th minute. Spadafora with the corner. Raising both hands, Spadafora arcs it across the 18 and out the end line. That is going to be another corner. So another set piece here as this is going to come from the far corner.
That's right, let him hear it.
As that ball set in the far corner. Both hands raised. Sent across, headed, and that'll good clearance down the near line. Tipped by a Bond, and down is Zatuni. No whistle blown as that ball brought ahead by Ludwig. Fired all the way across as that's down onto just outside the far line of the 18, out the end line. And another corner called for. We are in stoppage time. So just 1 minute of stoppage time. 5 minutes, sorry. Played down, tipped back, grabbed, Rabarvani, firing it all the way down into the middle third. Knocked down, brought the other direction by Moeller Jensen. Now onto the near touchline, Shillington. As that got blasted right off of Kevens. That couldn't have felt good. 30 seconds into the minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. Ball played back, Shillington had it. That launched out the near touchline, throw in for Ann Arbor. So we are 45 seconds into a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. 2-1, Ann Arbor with the lead. They are trying to take down top of the table Flint City Bucks, undefeated. Flint City trying to keep the top of the table is a whistle, and as tempers flare there, and that is still battling as Zatuni picks up a yellow card. As they're trying to pull Zatuni away back over there. Good job by Foratani. Now Consoloni talking to the official as the Ann Arbor fans are incensed as Moeller Jensen has the ball set there, ready to kick it away. As we are 1 minute 46 seconds into stoppage time. Moeller Jensen back to kick this. So we hit 2 minutes into stoppage time, minimum of 5 minutes as that is ready for the kick. Moeller Jensen fires it. Grab by Reese Moeller in the 18. So Zatuni picks up a yellow card, third on the game for Ann Arbor, none on Flint. Coming ahead with it, Zatuni. Zatuni trying to get around Moeller Jensen. Moeller Jensen has it in the 18 of his own side, now brought ahead. Down into midfield, that ball over, Spadafora has it, Spadafora trying to come into the attacking third. Spadafora stops there, Spadafora gets it back over to Shillington. Shillington launches it all the way onto the far side of the 18. Snowzil trying to knock that away, that out the end line. As 3 minutes gone in a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time, yellow card, as I believe that is on one of the Flint players. I could not exactly see who the Flint player is. Right now, Jones is talking to the official. Again, we are 3 minutes, 20 seconds into a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. So I don't know. Jones was talking to him afterwards. There were 3 Flint players right in front of the official. So we assume it's Jones, but Moeller trying to send everyone ahead as we are 3 minutes 42 seconds into stoppage time, a minimum of 5 minutes. The Pioneer kid, Walensky, heads in for Halan. And Lama coming in for Rabaravani. So some fresh legs out there to try and compete. That ball popped up high by McDade. Out the far touchline. 4 minutes, 10 seconds into a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. That ball thrown in by Nozil. All the way down the far touchline out, and there'll be a throw in for Flint. As 4 minutes, 25 seconds into a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time. Flint racing down the near flank. Trying to fire it ahead. Knocked down. Here comes Zatuni. Zatuni trying to get around Shillington. Zatuni fires it over. Stop there. Aban trying to get a shot away. That pulled back as we are 4 minutes, 44 seconds. And that is the whistle. And that is the game as AFC Ann Arbor wins 2-1, taking down top of the table Flint City Bucks and handing them their first loss of the season. We are very, very grateful for you. If the next game is going to be on Sunday, we can pull up that graphic in the lower left-hand corner. As next game is going to be Sunday the 28th at 3 p.m. That's the last women's squad match. So the AFC Ann Arbor USLW squad, their last game is going to be June 28th at 3 p.m. here. Please come on down. We'd love to see you support the women and the men. It's going to be versus Kalamazoo FC. Always a good battle here. So we'd love to see you here at Sunday. Just spend your Sunday with us. We'd love to see you here. For our camera person, James Wiseman, our director, Christina Wiseman. My name is Mark Wiseman. It is a privilege and a pleasure to bring you USL2 action. Thank you very much for watching whichever team you rooted for. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Final score, AFC Ann Arbor 2, and the Flint City Bucks 1 for this USL2 matchup. Take care, everybody.